Everybody, welcome to Kastor'sCorner.com. I'm your host Cleo here for another toy of the day. So happy that you can join us. You can go to Kastor'sCorner.com for a full gallery of this lovely thing right here. At Kastor'sCorner.com, spelled right there. You can go to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner. Check out our links down below. You can also find our podcast, which new episodes are coming soon. We're just kind of ramping up and kind of getting back into the swing of things. Thank you guys for understanding. We needed a little bit of break before our little one is gone. So I just need a little break. But we are keeping up with our toy reviews. And tonight we're taking a look at the Mattel Creations exclusive Jurassic Park Ray Arnold set. Now, this would have been theoretically a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. They've done it year after year. We've gotten different sets from John Hammond and the Baby Raptors. Dennis Edry last year in the Barbasol Saving Can. And now this year we get Ray Arnold in an unseen scene from the first Jurassic Park. So one of the things is we knew he left the compound to go turn on the breakers. And that was the last time we saw him, most of him. And so they did this set based on a scene we've never seen, his last moments. And, I think there were better options for a set, to be honest with you. I appreciate what's in here, maybe not how it was displayed. I think Sam Jackson had a really good role in that film, regardless of his demise. Spoiler alert for like a 30-year-old movie. But I think the defining factor for him for a lot of people is the arm. And so that's part of this. But the computers were too. So I liked what they did with the Amber series, where we got the computer and we got him and we got a removable arm. This one doesn't hold up as well, but again, for me, it's a race to a complete cast for the first Jurassic Park. Whichever line, whether it's I forget, is this Legacy, or the Amber Collection, whichever one gets to a full cast wins. And at the moment, these Legacy Collection ones, I believe they're Legacy Collection. These 3 3/4, 4-inch figures are winning because all we need is Lex, right? That's it. Everybody else we've gotten so far. Whereas we need Tim and Lex for the Amber Collection. So I don't know. I think they're gonna take it. I think they 2-1 here. So we'll see what happens. They've got better dinosaurs and vehicles too, so we gotta go with that too. So that's another piece. Big guys, Amber Collection, we need those. So anyway, let's break into this thing. So it's a really nice box. I really like the box. This is one of those things where you keep. This is one of those things. What happens? And it says, what happens to Ray Arnold in his final scene after shutting down Jurassic Park's power system. I'm going to try to read it while you're looking at it. He lends a hand to help turn the circuit breakers. He isn't seen again, at least not entirely. I did not read that beforehand, but there it is. I did open the bottom of the box, but I haven't taken the figures out yet, and you'll see why. So I opened up the bottom just so I can get a picture of it together. And so this is actually the bunker, which is, again, another nice display piece. You can kind of put this with all the other characters, and it kind of works as like a backdrop, a little diorama piece. And inside, again, is a diorama. I'm going to turn it on. When you open it, there's a spring-loaded button that kind of loads it for you, and I'll let you hear it.
3 minutes, I can have power back on the entire park.
So there's a scene. It's got lights, it's got sounds, and every time you hit the button, it does something different.
Hold on to your butts.
His famous line.
Theoretically, yes, but we've never shut down the entire system before. It may not come back on at all.
And
White rabbit object. Whatever it did it all. But with the key checks off, the computer didn't file the keystroke, so the only way to find them now is to go through the computer's lines of code one by one.
I think that's...
No, that's crazy. You're out of your mind. He's absolutely out of his mind.
So it has to cycle through each one. You can't short it. It has to finish.
Hold on to your butts.
And then it kind of cycles back through. So you get a few lines from the movie, which is really nice. It's a magnetic box, so when you do close it, it closes and holds in place. So that's a nice touch to it. I'm going to open it, so it's going to pop again.
No, that's crazy. You're out of your mind. He's absolutely out of his mind.
And so this is why I said I needed to do pictures of this first before I took the figures out, because, I mean, really, once I get the figures out, there's no really putting them back. They're kind of plastic, like elastic in, and kind of all contorted into spots. So I didn't have luck last time I opened an exclusive like this and didn't break the box. So we'll see how. Oh, that was fairly easy. There's only one elastic holding in one of the Raptors. The control panel also. Oh, it's all one piece. Okay. Sorry, it's all one piece. This is a true unboxing. I have not figured out how to get this out yet. Ray Arnold is actually fairly easy to take out. So you get another Sam Jackson with glasses. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. So there's Sam Jackson. Now the problem is, he looks great. I wish he had a lab coat, right? Because he was wearing like the lab coat. He wasn't just like this the whole time. It's a really good likeness to him. I'll have close-ups on the website. I like the glasses. They look good on him. For those of you that need another Sam Jackson head for a 3-inch figure, it's pretty good. And I do believe his arm does remove, so you can put Ellie in there and have this fall on top of her. And there he is, no arm. And it pops right back in. It's a ball joint, so it's fairly easy, and once you get it into the right position. Now, my criticism here is the fact that it's his end, right? It's his ending. But also, you don't get a good standard look for him because he's got that red line right down the center of his arm. So without the lab coat, without something over it, it kind of foreshadows, kind of ruins the illusion. Now, we got another John Hammond and we got another Dennis Nedry in different ways. So I'm hoping we'll do the same thing with Sam Jackson and give us another diorama without the missing arm or the bloodline in there that you can see. The Raptor is permanently in this kind of stalking, skulking position. You can't, you can move the legs a little bit, but this leg is permanently in this position. It's just a one piece. So really, the only really good position you can get this one in is this. The jaw does open, the arms and legs do move, but again, there is no neck movement. So even if you could get him to stand up, he's still going to be in that kind of weird position there. So even if you could get him kind of standing, he's still kind of sloped down anyway, like he's kind of hunting. So, or she's hunting. So you get that. And I kind of don't want to destroy the box, but I kind of want to see what's inside of it. So as a good reviewer, I will attempt to open the box and see what's actually kind of holding all this together. I will sacrifice my Dio piece here to see what's inside and see if I can reassemble it at some point. So if you open up the side, I think...
Theoretically, yes, but we've never shut down the entire system before. It may not come back on at all.
So if you're careful, the button, if you pull this forward a little bit without ripping it, you can kind of slide this out. And you can kind of see it there. And if you're, again, careful, actually push the button.
3 minutes, I can have power back on the entire farm.
I do believe this piece will just slide right out. So, oh, okay. And if you slide that out, there's still a background there for you. Now, this cardboard is glued to the background. So, or this plastic is glued to that background. So if you rip this out without tearing it, you will kind of destroy the whole illusion of it. So it's better to kind of have this in there, so at least you can have that. You might be able to cut the plastic out without destroying the background too much. But, I mean, this is kind of the base. This is not removable. There is a peg hole there for him to be standing there, or to put Ellie on there and you can have the arm fall on her. Either way, however you want to do that. And you've got the little raptor there to come and get him. So, and the button still works.
Whatever it did it all. But with the key checks off, the computer didn't find the keystroke. So the only way to find them now is to go through the computer's lines of code one by one.
So it's a nice display piece, right? Gives you a really nice way to display them. It gives you the background to give you the breakers. If you're so inclined to build your own background for this, you can, and just add this piece to there. I'm sure you could heat this up. There's some screws at the bottom. The batteries are removable, so that helps you get the batteries out. And I'm sure if you took this apart, you could figure out how to get this back part off without taking the whole thing apart. But there you go. So Jurassic Park, Ray Arnold's last moments, his final scene. I like it for what we get. As a friend of mine said, it's kind of crappy that they made his final moments, maybe not the moments where he made the most impact, but the moment where had the most scare and kind of didn't give him a proper send-off. He didn't get eaten like everybody else. So that's a shame. But I still like it because we finally got a Ray Arnold in this scale. So you can check out a full gallery of these guys up on castorscorner.com. You can follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media. And you can check out the Cornercast podcast. New episodes coming soon. Catch up while you can. And hit the subscribe button. It's either under him or under her. And subscribe. The more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do and we get to share them with you. And we really, that's been the best part of this journey. And as we say every night before we go, Jaxie, we love you and we miss you and we wish you were here. We miss you a lot. And for those of you that are coming back tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow night for another Toy of the Day here on castorscorner.com. Have a good night, everybody.